Hi, love.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Hey, everyone joining us. It was rainy here today, so I'm in a very chill, cozy, raining, like cleansing, like pouring, my girl. It was crazy out a second
I
ago.
love, yeah, I love rainy weather. I slept with the window open last night and just heard all the breeze. And I love just rainy, cloudy weather, but I live in Arizona, so those are
Where
like,
it like never rains, so you like it when it does.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I love it when it does. Cloudy days are like, oh, so good in Arizona. Cloudy rainy days.
Right. Well, I
So,
took a moment. I literally, because it rains like every other freaking day here, but I actually took a moment to go outside and like breathe in like the fresh, like spring air, rain, and like just breathe in and just take a moment to like focus on what rain means. And like we had that full moon, there's a cleansing of the soul. And I never was a huge rain person, but Dustin, like actually he's so cute. He went for a walk last night because it was raining again. And he just like came back so refreshed. And I kind of got this like, it was like a hippie like moment. I kind of got this like hippie moment. I just wanted to go like run barefoot in the rain or something. I've never done that, I don't think, even as a kid. But I was like, how cleansing, right? You know, like that's so fun. So
I love that. That is fun. Oh my
yeah.
God, that is so fun. That was just this morning. That was this morning.
Yeah, it was like last night, it was like bursts. It's like burst of like downpour and then sprinkle and then downpour and then sprinkle. And then this morning it was another burst of like a downpour. So I open up the door and again, it's just, we talk about this all the time, like especially if you're with us guys and you watch us, if you're a business owner, like life can, especially nowadays, it gets so quick and so fast and everyone's working on their passions or their life or they're becoming parents or they're going to college. All this stuff is happening. So I've been like really like consciously taking time to like take moments throughout my day to pause and like be
Mm-hmm.
present and feel it and feel into it. And literally it sounds cheesy, but be so effing thankful for being alive, for being in this 3D earth. Despite I know there's a ton of pain, which is part of the game, right? But just really being present in just breathing and just noticing like a lot of nature stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
nature, and the beauty of nature compared to, the opposite of where
Mm-hmm.
nature can kind of be rough, but there's really beautiful parts of nature too, which I need in my life. I literally, nature fuels my soul. I don't know about you guys watching. Hey, you guys, welcome, welcome,
Speaking
welcome.
of
So,
nature, we just booked a trip to Oregon.
yes,
Nature, rain, all of the things.
uh-huh,
I'm super
dude,
excited. The
we're
beach. We're
going.
going.
You're
Oh,
going in May, right?
hmm
Yes, Dustin and
yep.
I are going in May too. Oh my God, that's so
Oh
fun.
my goodness, we'll have to tell. We'll have to see if we're going to the same areas or whatnot. But yeah, that's
That'd be
so
so
fun.
cool.
Yeah, we found the coolest places on Airbnb, so that's really fun. So I'm excited about that. And
I
working
love that.
nature into your business is so important if you really want to keep that energy balance. And when I initially launched SLA, this was back right after the quarantine and COVID, and I mean, some people may not want to hear this, but I still traveled and went to, Lake Tahoe and Aspen and these places and just being immersing yourself in nature, forgetting about the business, calling in what you want to. I mean, some of the best downloads came through when I was hiking. I would be
Yeah.
filming the live streams from the woods, you know what I mean, or from the beach and from the lake. Just immerse having that nature balance. I feel like that's a huge thing, and a lot of our clients fall into that category too, like really
Mhm.
really needing to connect with nature in order to ground and open and receive and balance that feminine energy,
Yeah.
release and let go, so you're not always in the action oriented part of your business. It's so
Yeah.
key, so key.
Well, it's magical too, because like nature, there's an energy. Like everyone knows I'm a big energy person. There is an energy when you are around nature, and it makes hella sense why, the best clients would come through because you were on that higher frequency because you were in that nature. And it really, we talk about this too, gets you out of your head into your heart to feeling. That's where the
Yeah.
channeling or the downloads, whatever you want to call them, like those ideas come
hmm
through, which are amazing.
hmm
And then what's important, and we'll get into this, like implement it, action it, like act on those ideas in some form and be that amazing attractor of your soul clients, not just having all your ideas in a notebook, getting them up, getting them out, getting them serving people. You got to have that
Wow.
structure.
hmm Yeah, well, I love how our conversation naturally, just without any planning, naturally circles back and like totally nailed the title of this video today. So, how to activate the magician in your marketing and call in soulmate clients is exactly what Vanessa just alluded to, and we teach this to our clients. Part of this process is really opening up that high priestess channel as a channel, right? Activating that high priestess archetype within your business. putting yourself in situations and immersing yourself in situations where you will allow the energy to flow. So for me and for Vanessa and for maybe some of you watching this, that is being in nature, taking time to be hiking or a lot of downtime, allowing yourself to receive the intuitive hits. Some of that may be fitness. It may happen on the treadmill. It may happen, a lot of times it's in the shower. You know, you get these ideas that hit you. So a lot of times as soon as you wake up in the morning, right? Like these are some common times where you'll get these intuitive hits. Making space for that in your business is so, so key, which is why Divine Feminist, like this is sort of the, you know, the foundation of what we help people with, is really balancing those feminine and masculine energies. When you can create this space and allow yourself to drop in and not be in your head, and you just start to be more in a self-reflective state, to be more in a curiosity state of being, to be more open and to open your channel, which obviously nature does. It's very high frequency to be hanging out in nature and working that into your business model, right? Working this into, you know, your lifestyle model, which we are huge advocates of, taking your ideal lifestyle, reverse engineering it, and then creating a program that helps you maintain that freedom-based lifestyle. So, what was I saying? Opening up, activating that high priestess archetype allows the channel to open and allows you to receive the hits. And like Vanessa said, that is not a time to write them down and put them in the notebook. So what we teach in order to truly activate the magician archetype in your messaging and in your marketing, which is ultimately how I always called in soulmate clients in the beginning and high ticket clients without having sales calls, was relying on this technique, is to really channel through what it is that you're really feeling called to create, opening that channel, allowing the message to drop in, and then sharing it in the moment, you guys, as much as possible, capturing it in the moment for sure, while that frequency of that idea or thought or insight or spark of wisdom is coming through, capturing that, and then putting that out. And this is how I download the programs. This is how we download our programs. This is how we download, you know, our immersions and stuff like that. We capture it, we put ourselves in this space in order to receive, and then we trust what's coming through, and then we implement it and take action. This is also, you guys, how you can go from vision to sales very, very quickly. You go from vision to sales very, very quickly. It doesn't take a lot of time to send to put up a link where someone can opt into your live event or your challenge or your whatever. When the idea comes to you, take action on it in the moment. What this does is obviously you're using your aligned masculine energy, because the masculine energy in all of us wants results. Masculine energy takes action. Masculine energy is driven, results driven, gets shit done and wants results, right? The feminine aspect of us, which we all have, so this is not gender specific, but the feminine aspect in all of us is the intuitive side of us, the one that's really opening up to receive, the one that receives the download or the insights and the sparks of creation that want to come through. But so many will drop the ball when it comes time to taking that action, and then they never activate that magician archetype in their business. The magician archetype is like when it feels like magic, which is a huge word for Divine Femme, because this is what our clients say when they close their sales, right? When the sales come to them. And this is how it always feels when we attract in our clients. It always feels like magic because we are activating that magician archetype. So now there was one other piece I wanted to say about this, but when your masculine energy takes action on the divine feminine downloads, and again, these are not gender specific terms, this is a polarity that exists within all of us, but when that masculine energy steps up and takes the action, which requires courage, masculine energy doesn't sit around and wait for shit to not. Masculine energy faces the fear and takes action with courage. So that masculine energy in your business, in you, in your own embodiment, has to be in alignment there. Are you willing to take those actions? Are you willing to take those actions? And that's what will activate the magician in your marketing. We see this all the time. There's clients we probably can think of right now where we're not, that are in that place where the action is sitting right there in front of them. It is intuitively guided, dropped in action. They are taking them. And when they take them, all of a sudden now it feels like magic that she just landed an 18K day, launch off of a challenge, right? But this is that magician archetype, because the magician archetype, which is just an energy construct, right? But comes in and works in tandem with that masculine energy. So the masculine energy, again, courageous action through fear that is on the intuitive, divinely guided sparks of insight that you're receiving, not action to take action, not action so you can feel really good and pat yourself on the back because you just checked a box off of the checklist. That's just a lot of times action to make us feel as if we're just accomplishing something, and it can be a very mind driven kind of action, oftentimes to avoid some kind of, oh, I got to be doing something, or I got to be busy, or I got to be taking action in order to feel like I'm sufficient, or this or that. So this is not the kind of action we're referring to. We're talking about the dropped in, intuitively guided, divinely guided actions that you're inspired to take, and then taking those actions in the moment. That activates the magician, and that's what calls in things that feel like magic in your business. And so we'll have clients that are like walking around, they'll get an idea, live stream topic, and instead of sitting on it, putting it in a journal, waiting about it, they'll just hit the live button and share it. And like magic, that happens to be the post that gets the most amount of engagement. And I'm not trying to tell you to gauge it off of that, but it is the one that you will receive people reaching out to you oftentimes saying, oh my God, what you just shared touched my soul. What you just shared really moved me, because when you can act on the intuitive wisdom and take action on that, that is exactly what your soulmate clients need to hear. You are receiving that from source energy, and your clients are also connected to source energy, and everybody's connected to the collective consciousness, right? Pool of consciousness. So when you're over here getting the download, I'm like, dude, I'm just like, you're getting the download, right? So someone else on the other side of the planet, or I'm sorry, there's like landscaping going on right now.
I know, it's like hella loud too. I'm like, what?
I have
perfect timing.
Yeah,
but you know what? Props to us. We still show up. We follow through. We commit, because that's how we roll. We embody what we teach. I'm proud of us. I'll celebrate to us. Yay, Divine Femme.
Yay! Yeah, we show up, even though you can't hear us because of the landscaping.
Oh, this life. Oh my God.
Is this making sense? If this is making sense, because this is getting back to, this level of, this higher macro level of consciousness that supersedes everything that we freaking teach. And that is that you already are your soulmate client. Your soulmate clients are connected to source. You are source. When you can act on source, guess what? You are talking to exactly what somebody else needs to hear or receive that day. Literally, people will be like, I just watched this and I felt like you were speaking directly to me. And I'm like, I was. My soul was talking to your soul, because I was tuned in, tapped in, taking action on the divine guidance. And you were meant to hear this today. That's why I received it. It's one big cycle of giving and receiving, balancing that masculine and feminine energy within your marketing and your messaging and your business, but also embodying it within yourself. Because if you're not taking those courageous-based actions through the fear, guess what? You are disowning your own masculine energy within yourself. You are not in full yin-yang cycle there. You are out of balance there. And what happens is then you start taking these other actions that you feel might fill the gap for your business, and they never do, and they always feel like an uphill battle or work, because they're not the intuitively guided actions. They're the busy work. They're the ones that burn you out. They're the ones that cause you to be in hustle or overwhelm. So yeah, it's a fine dance of playing with the polarity of energies within not only yourself, so your business model, right? Your marketing, your messaging. That's all.
That's all. Oh my God, you're so cute. That was so good, girl. It is. It's a beautiful balance. And it reminds me of just like, where does that balance come? I love what you said about stepping in, facing the fear and doing it anyway. It comes from that sacred confidence, which is what our immersion was last night. And just getting in the practice of doing that, being that, knowing that, embodying that, oozing that out. It's so key. We'll talk about this again, but I came from a world of people that wanted to have a business, but were treating it more like a side hustle, or the gimmicky kind of, this can happen overnight. And I just didn't align with it, which is why I got out. But I love, we were just saying how that's why we aligned, because it is this beautiful dance. It is this beautiful flow. And if you want to have a business, decide you want to have a business, get up and do the work that it takes to have a business, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So key. And to bring this up, you mentioned yesterday's live stream, like she owns the place. Isn't it interesting when we ask, what made you sign up? Why are you here? Most of them, they didn't have a concrete, they did. Some of them were like, oh, I definitely want to step unapologetically into my next level. One person said that. But unanimously, also, they were also saying things like, I just followed the yes. I just knew I needed to be here, right? Because what we created was a divine creation, and whoever needed to receive it, like they already were pinged in by us on a higher level, on an energetic level. They were pinged in. They're like, I don't know why I landed on your video or was tagged to go into your Facebook group at that time and learn about this opportunity. But one little action led to another. It doesn't have to be a big action. One little action led to another, which ended up being putting them in front of us on this live stream event. It was one little action. So they can be big, scary actions, which those are going to pop up that really get you to take courageous action. Like for a lot of our clients, it is getting really, really vulnerable, open, clear, transparent, and seen with their message. And this usually is video, could be audio, could be podcast, but really getting out there with their message in a big, bold way and getting out of that fear. And so take the big actions that are coming up, but don't discount even like the little actions along the way. Those little intuitively guided actions go, like you said the other day, like it could be to go to Starbucks. You're divinely guided to go to Starbucks. Who the hell knows who you're going to be standing in line next to, right? Like there's so many ways the universe is going to connect you with the next people, opportunities, or circumstance that will open up doors and windows that were totally blocked to you before, based on you taking those intuitive nudges, those spiritual breadcrumbs, taking action on those. As big as they may, some of them may be big and some of them may be small. It's not your job to discern that. When you start cherry picking which ones you're going to take action on, which ones you don't, now your ego's in the way. And now you're like, oh, you're trying to, who are you to think that your person, your small ego-driven mind is going to know more than universal consciousness that's up here trying to guide you along the way.
And that's happened so many times. That's happened so many times where I think I know the answer, but then I do get led to like the Starbucks or whatever. And that's where I meet someone that was like the answer to what I was asking. So it works so much for me. It can work for you. Like it really is just how it is. And I'm blown away with how many people are still like asleep to that fact or are unaware, which is why I love showing up and reminding people, what we already know, but like really stepping up and talking about this, just this force, which is cool. Yeah,
so it's going to get you out of your comfort. It'll get you out of your comfort zone. A lot of these actions, because the element with activating the magician in your messaging and your marketing is usually that it's divinely guided. So it's streaming through you. It needs to be shared. You'll know whether it's a program or whether it's a post or a story or a podcast episode. Like you'll know that. It's going to stretch you usually, and it's going to invoke it's going to require courage in some way. So that's what's going to bring you back into energetic integrity with what it is you're up leveling your frequency when your energetic integrity, when you act from that and not buy into the fear. Does that make sense? You're no longer buying into the fear. Fear is no longer driving your actions. What is driving your actions then? Trust is driving your action. Faith is driving your actions. Knowingness. Remember that high priestess archetype. The high priestess knows. When those higher frequencies start to drive your actions instead of the fear-based monkey mind driving your action, that's going to up level the results. And the masculine then delivers the results that you were originally calling in to begin with. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful cycle that you can be in this cycle, this yin yang cycle that is completely fulfilling, balancing those feminine and masculine energies, receiving, taking action, receiving again the results of that. Like this is a cycle. Or if you're misaligned, it'll look more like misactions, lots of hustle or things happening. Maybe you're taking action on wondering why you're not getting the results while ignoring the intuitive guidance, hiding from whatever the message is that needs to come through, this or that. And so what does that do when you're in this misaligned masculine energy, just taking action all over the place, or misaligned actions that aren't aligned? What that does is it starts to draw on the needy feminine energy, or the misaligned feminine energy, versus the feminine energy that knows her worth, that is open to receive, that allows it to come to her, that attracts and doesn't chase, and all of the things. If your masculine energy, misaligned masculine energy, is running the show, then it brings more into that. Then the feminine energy is more, I mean, think about it. Like if the masculine energy is out there taking action on a bunch of things, coming from a lackful place, usually overcompensating because there's a result that they don't have yet.
Yeah.
The receiving side of you is like, where is it? When's it going to happen? Why is it? You know, it's a very needy energy. It's a lack mind. It's a lack based feminine energy versus an abundant based feminine energy, which is already open, receiving, attracting, abundant. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I break it down super simple. Like we were talking about air, like just breathing yesterday, and just like when was the last time you went around and just like were scared of the air that wouldn't be there? Like you don't ever think about that because you always just expect and know like there's endless amounts of air. And so that's the energetic explanation that she was talking about, that I love people to really know. Can we feel like, and I know like I love our clients, they can tell the difference of when it is that needy effort where you're scrambling around just doing, because it can almost seem scary to pause for 1 second and pivot. If this is not working, all this that you're doing, it like we have to have the conscious awareness to pause, it's not working, and pivot and try this if you want to have a thriving business, you know?
Go inward, make aligned decisions from an aligned place, and break that cycle of misaligned action for the sake of action to get some kind of result that you think you want, really bringing it back to an alignment place. So that is so much of it. And it's not your typical marketing, you guys. Of course, you can still apply normal marketing strategies to this. So do you want lead generating strategies in your business? Yes. That's why we teach lead generating, right? That's why we teach lead generation. That's why we teach organic ways to call in clients, organic ways to attract in soulmate clients, and magnetic messaging and copy that converts and all those kind of things. But the root core essence of your messaging, like the gold, the X factor that is you, is your ability to be the vessel and allow whatever wants to come through you and be that channel, that vessel, that container for source to work through you. And if you are denying that aspect of your business, and you're not opening up this, activating this high priestess archetype, which is full on committed to your calling and ready to go all in and open to receive and then follow up and take those actions, all the rest of the strategies can and will work for you to a degree, but you will not be able to come into that full soul aligned success. So you just have to decide, do you want soul aligned success, or do you always want to constantly like be hustling, like always looking for the next thing? Or, do you want systems in place? Yes, you want systems in place. Do you want to have lead generation? Yes, you want lead generation. So this is like, you want the best of both worlds. Does this make sense? You want masculine things, structure in your business to support you. Again, coming back to the feminine masculine balance. You want the masculine things in your business to support you and have structure and foundation and systematize and things like that. But you have to, at least in my opinion, so you don't have to take it for what it's worth. You want to be able to allow, like what we opened with, allow the feminine energy to be able to dance and play, pivot, create, tear down and destroy and build again. Like, you know what I mean? Work in tandem with the masculine to do that, and constantly be able to follow your intuition, your guidance, and your heart-centered intentions with your business.
Work in tandem. That just was fun. I don't know why.
Yay!
Yay! So good, girl. So good.
I hope you guys got value from this. If this is something that you're interested in, then you'll want to jump into our masterclass. It's the link is going to be above or below this video, wherever you're watching it, or on the podcast, or if you're on this on Instagram, you can definitely find it in the bio link for Vanessa and I. So go ahead and check that out. It's not too long. The masterclass is about 20 minutes, but if you resonate with the masterclass, then you will definitely, I'm trying to find, okay, Okay, there we go. If you resonate with the masterclass, what you're going to have access to is a free impact assessment. The free impact assessment, you get to sit down with our team and go over the various gaps in your business that keep you from that fall in line with our ABC method. And so you're going to want to watch Discover the ABCs to 5-Figure Sales, which is our free masterclass. If that resonates, you're going to want to take the impact assessment. The impact assessment is going to help you close the gaps within the ABC framework that gets you to 5-figure sales. And so it's very, very specific. You're going to learn where the gaps are in your business, what you would need to work on to grow your business and sustain your business and scale your business and to come into alignment with all the things. And so that's either going to resonate with you or it's not, but you're going to walk away from that impact assessment, which is completely complimentary with free information that you could go implement today on your own. But if you decide that you want help with that and you want to catapult your results and you want to really fast track that and you want to get into a container with other women doing the same thing and you want the support of not only myself and Vanessa, but also our marketing strategists, 3 coaches in one program, to really come at it from all angles, you guys, a truly, truly holistic approach to growing your business from all angles. 6 calls a month, like you get to dive in with us around alignment, energetics, strategy. All of the things are covered. So if this is resonating with you, definitely can reach out to us. But the next, probably the best step would be to watch the masterclass, honestly, because that's going to give you the opportunity to know, like, okay, I resonate with these chicks. I want to learn more. And then if you resonate with us, just take the impact assessment, book that call, and then we can go from there. It's really, really simple and easy
and fun
and fun. And that's how we want you to grow your business. Simple, easy, fun, like in the flow, building your business in the flow. We're going to challenge you to take those actions. Yes, you're going to take those actions that get out of your fear, that really activate that magician archetype. Yeah, you're going to follow your intuition. Yeah, you're going to build something that is in complete alignment with your goals, your lifestyle goals, and your income goals. You're going to reverse engineer those to make sure at the end of the day that you are happy with what it is that you're building. Because if you are not happy and it's not a fit for you, guess what? It's not a fit for your soulmate clients. So all of it has to be in alignment, you guys. So if this resonates with you, let us know. And any final words before we jump? We have a free training coming up inside Mission to Impact. It's the other place Vanessa and I hang out. We teach in there once a week, and we're going to be teaching on the 4 myths to growing your spiritual business and hitting 5-figure sales right after this inside Mission to Impact. So whenever you're listening to this, if you want to get access to that, just let us know, because the replay will be in there. So much information, and I just talked like a mile a minute, but I want to make sure
this one was good today. I was letting you roll, my girl, today. I'm enjoying my coffee. And side note, who has ever had these chocolate acai berries? Holy crap. So good, you guys. All right, this was really good. Happy Wednesday. Love you all. Love you, girl, so much.